Well, how's it going, Kingsman? Are you guys ready for another glorious, bloody, deathly battle? I hope you guys are, because today we have another 4v4 on NTW3 already. It looks like we have some French already rushing in for an LOC. Some poor Spanish guerrillas duking it out. They have a fight already on their hands. Ooh, that guy got his neck snapped. Oh man, this is brutal. Well, anyway, while this fight's raging and actually questionable if the French are actually going to win this, let's go over the armies here. So, on the French side, we have a 9-point France-Italy, an 8-point France 1814, an 11-point France-Russia center, and a 8-point France-Egypt, I believe, in the very, very back. And on the hold that thought, on the other side of the coalition, looks like introducing the Russians already who are charging in here. Some Kazakis from the 10-point or 9-point Russia Fantasia, the new Russia that was made in this 9.4. You also have an 1809 9-point España, an 1814 8-point Austria, and a 9-point 1809 Spain. So, you know, some good mixture of the coalition armies. No Austria, no Prussia, no UK for the coalition represented today, but still some of the coalition definitely being represented here. And we haven't seen this map in a minute, so it's kind of exciting to see. I'm blanking on the name of this map, so I apologize for those who are asking for the name. But a lot of canals, a lot of little forested areas here that can make this a very interesting defense or attack. Now you can see already this 11-pointer, they are rolling across the bridge, or the rivers, little canals I guess you call them. He has a lot of Polish in his army, and a lot of heavy cavalry as well. You have the cuirassiers, you have some lancers as well, but lots of heavy cav. That's going to be very difficult for Russia to deal with. I think we have some cavalry charging in here. Oh, yeah. A lightning fast strike here, hitting that artillery piece and just absolutely slaughtering it. Now, I apologize if it sounds like I'm dying. I'm assuming allergies just kicked up in New Mexico, and man, it hit me hard. So I apologize, I'm not sick. Maybe sick of the allergies. But anyway, so looks like this 11-pointer is going to take this left flank facing off against the Russia, while the Italy, France-Italy, is going to take this LOC and kind of form up in the center here, and they're going to wait for the reinforcements who are still a little bit behind. The 1814 France has some dragoons and grenadier cheval. They're pushing up. The rest of the army kind of trailing behind, and then of course the Egypt is still far behind. And they got the large units. Man, it looks so good right now. They can hear the roar of the thunder of the cannon fire, but they are definitely far away from it. Oh, look at these guys. What kind of units are these? Oh, look very cool. Some chasseurs. Just a lot of artillery infantry still making their way, winding down this road towards the front lines. It does look like Italy is going to be on their own for a little bit. France, Italy going to be on their own for a little bit. Looks like, however, they are making an advance. They are not stalling. They are just making an aggressive stance, using the LOC, maybe using some of this canal, rivers, little streams here. You can see Russia pushing across, though. Looks like he may be actually trying to go in for the LOC, so we'll see how France does against them. If Russia does send the full weight of their force into the center, that is going to be very difficult for the French to deal with. Obviously, this 11-pointer, they are shifting over cavalry and infantry. A lot of forces starting to converge on the center here. So that is definitely setting a precedent for a very heavy melee and volley fire fight. So there's probably going to be lead being exchanged downrange very quickly here. And I guarantee you we are going to see some bayonet charges, probably by Russia. Hopefully they will be stopped by the French. Excuse me, there goes that congestion again. The heavy cavalry of France probably is going to be either very aggressive or very defensive, and defensive in a counter-attacking way, rushing in to save infantry from getting charged by the Russian infantry, or going in the flank. Who knows? We do have the artillery from Russia being set up. Horse artillery. They're going to have a very good spot to fire. Alright, so you can see Russia definitely has some troops sitting behind these buildings. Not a lot, and they have more that's probably going to shift across. France has a good position here. They definitely have a good position. Once the artillery starts firing, though, it is probably going to be miserable. Now, all this heavy cav probably is going to need to get back. It is going to be the focus of all of these guns. Yeah, they're gonna have to get it out of here. And we are starting to see a Spanish pushing on the flank, so this 9 and 11 pointer are gonna have their work cut out for them. And obviously France is still far behind. Now the Russians are pushing up with a lot of cavalry here. Oh, they got some cuirassiers as well. So they will match the French heavy cav with theirs. Oh, 2 of them. Oh man. That is not a good... Now, obviously, there's cavalry just kind of sitting here on each side. You can see the volleys are already being exchanged here between Russia and France. Ooh, that was a good volley by France. Dropping a couple Russians there. Yeah, Russia has plenty sitting over here. But for now, France seems to be doing just fine, holding their own. That artillery, you can see this cavalry suffered a little bit from that artillery, so they are falling back. They do have guns of their own here being set up. Looks like more cavalry starting to push forward here. Ledoux pushing across the river in support with the Impératrice. You have some hussars, some immortals. A really good cav force on the flank. Makes you wonder, though, shouldn't it be better used in the center or on the right flank, maybe? I guess we'll see. I mean, more heavy cav is shifting over to deal with Spain. Spain may be another good one to hit with heavy cav. So, you know, this may be... And no artillery set up in this area either. So that actually may be a good spot to shift your heavy cav, try to beat them. Now, there is a big Spanish flank there. Look at that. They got skirmishers on the river. They got infantry marching across. That is a concern for the coalition. That is huge concern. They're going to have to shift an army over there. Egypt may have to shift over there, or the 1814 8-pointer. But, I mean, they're going in the far other direction. Where are they going? I'd be concerned about this for sure. I would... Okay, there we go. So 11-pointer shifting over. I guess he's going to take this right flank against Spain and let the 9-pointer face off against Russia for now. I'm not sure where Egypt and the 1814... excuse me, man. The 1814 8-pointer, France 8... Both these 8-pointers probably are going to push the left flank. I'm not sure exactly why they would, because Austria is forming up in the center here. Now, I do believe... did I skip mentioning the Spanish army? There's 2 Spanish armies here. So one on the flank and one over here. So there's 3 armies right here and 1 right here. Probably did not... Watch me skip over that one army. Either way, I think it's kind of odd that the French are going to go for such a far flank when all of them are right here. I mean, they could even roll down this road and then march out into the open field versus what, like, it's more roads they can move quicker. Either way, this force is mobilizing on the flank. Oh, we have some crossieres, maybe going to go for some skirms or some cavalry. Oh, a heavy cav fight here. Ooh, but a volley kind of sends the crossieres falling back here. More grenadiers, though, from Spain pushing forward. This is definitely going to be an interesting fight. This flank being pushed by maybe 2 Spanish armies all at once. Kind of curious how this is going to work out. Artillery could be set by the coalition or the Imperials. Artillery even set right here would really force back any attack. You just have to line some troops along this river and then hold this line here. Okay, though. Looks like we have France, Italy making a push. Look at this. They are starting to push the Russians, and the Russians are actually falling back. I don't think they were very comfortable with, you know, how things were kind of turning out. Ooh, there is some Russians getting dropped here by this flanking fire. France has them caught in a corner. And now they know this flank definitely is not as strong as it otherwise was. That horse artillery from Russia even fell back across. Austria kind of setting up here. Both sides kind of not really. France looks like they're trying to seize some bit of initiative here early on so they can start setting the motion and force the coalition to react to them. Because the coalition are still setting up, but if they stop the coalition from being able to kind of attack where they want, they may be able to seize the initiative and actually force them to withdraw, take more ground, make it more difficult for them to form up a defensive line or a line for attacking. And Austria has more troops shifting over. Is the coalition falling back? Like entirely falling back, I wonder. This is going to give France a lot of leeway to then be able to send the 8-pointers directly down this road and then deploy on the flank. I mean, them taking this, if Russia had held this side, granted, there's cavalry that would run behind them, so it was probably a very smart retreat by the coalition. But so far, it's been a lot of maneuvering here and not as much fighting. Both sides seem to want to get the edge on the other, but both sides definitely have to do a lot of constant moving just to get to this, you know, better spot. We do have a cav charge against some light infantry. Ledoux. Oh no. They do hit a square. Then we take a few losses there, but still, oh yeah, no, they took a lot. 15, yeah, 14 men lost. We have more cavalry sneaking in here, probably gonna go for some artillery. Oh my goodness, I thought this was skirmishers, to be honest. But there we have it, artillery dead. Russia gonna pour in a volley at point blank range though. Oh, that's gonna be brutal. Oh my gosh. That was costly. I mean, the artillery being lost, you know, that may actually be helpful anyway. Still, we do seem to have a coalition push being made here. Spain's still kind of hovering around the flank, which is why Egypt has set up along this flank. That's probably very, very good to have, you know, that whole army to be able to deploy up here. They still have some reserves. But you can see the skirmishers from Austria pushing up. Spain may actually follow it up as well. The artillery not able to get a lot of hits as the gentle slope is actually helping the French to get shelter from that artillery fire. This does not seem like the greatest of advances being made. I mean, they're going right up to the LOC. Oh, did they take out? They took out the. Oh, maybe they probably just charged and caught him into non-square. Who knows? But they did break that light infantry unit, and now Russia has the tough position of trying to hold off this whole flank with probably not a lot of squares. Artillery set up by Spain and Russia, though, in very good position. It's a pity they didn't have the Austrian. Oh, what is going on here? The 55th charged in and drove back the first of the Austrians who were making an advance here. Oh, wow, they're still going. They definitely got caught in some crossfire by Austria. Although Austria wasn't prepping, and I think they're actually getting some friendly fire. But the battle's heating up real quick here. 11-point France pushing up with the 9-point Italy. Both sides kind of getting in a hot pursuit here. Oh, this is not a good idea right now. If they push up here, there's a whole flanking line that's just going to pour on fires. So I think they're actually going to pull back. They had driven back that first kind of probing attack that Austria made. And let the coalition know that they are not going to give this town that easily. My one concern for the coalition is this Spanish army is not going to advance to the attack until it's too late. Now, we do have some of the Spanish pushing up here, as there's one army right here. They can push up, start really hitting the flank, especially with this 11-pointer. You can see their whole line is actually exposed to an entire advance being made by Spain. Now, we may have Cuirassiers going to go in for a charge. Oh, are they going to get shot in the face? Oh my goodness. Oh, that was too close. That was too close. Yep. The volley fired just at the wrong moment. You gotta really be careful about charging in with units that have not fired once, because the volley was just enough to decimate this Cuirassier. And now France is gonna have to fall back. Oh, hold that thought too, though. We have some cavalry that charged against some Austrian lines, even going for the artillery piece of the Spanish army, breaking it. More infantry pushing across towards this river. It's kind of causing a wrench to be thrown in the plans, as Spain's having to shift troops to kind of help defend this flank. Russia seems kind of all over the place. They each need to choose a side and defend it. I mean, Spain, they're over here, but they're also over here. Russia's over here, but in the center, Austria seems to be taking this line at least. And the 1814 France still has a ways to go before they will have troops up in the front lines. And they just gotta be careful, because Russia may counterattack. Not like there's much to counterattack. This is skirmishers. But still, I mean, France, Italy still putting a lot of pressure up on this front line, but Austria seems to be ready to marshal troops forward to deal with it. Now, there is artillery being shifted up to the front, and more heavy cav can be mobilized. And once these troops have been firing a couple volleys, they could probably charge in and decimate them. But I would like to see some infantry and cavalry going together. What happened here? Ooh, someone tried sniping this artillery piece. Almost broke. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought it was two guns for a second. Still, this battle's kind of developing here. I do see the 99th putting up a column. It looks like they're going to go in for a counter charge here, while some grenadiers from Austria start pushing in for a forward assault here. The flanking charge, though, by France may save this line. You can see they're breaking, and the 99th even pushing forward, hitting some of this Austrian line that was starting to pull back, and we are seeing a lot of morale issues here. A nice counter volley. They're wavering already. They probably... Nah, maybe they won't break. These guys may have been able to get in just in the nick of time. And Austria getting hit pretty hard here. They need to pull back their lines. This is twice now they have advanced towards the town and gotten repulsed. And the losses are a lot heavier this time. And considering the Austrians lost some of their grenadiers, yeah, that's not helpful for them at all.
Our men are running, sir.
Now we do have the Spanish advancing in mass. Quite a lot of troops, however. They waited too long, in my opinion, and France has an entire force just ready for them. Let's look at the whole grand scheme of this battle. Look at that. That's just beautiful. You have the whole fight raging on this flank. You have the Spanish advancing kind of in the center, held by Spain. France has this line along the... This is perfect for the French. They have a road that they can transfer forces along very quickly and be able to reinforce. Even a back road to be able to transfer troops as needed to reinforce one side over the other if they get pushed back across. They have a river to fall back to. Granted, they would lose the town, but they have a river they can fall back to. Even if you follow this path, I mean, it's just looking good for the French. A very good position being held.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
More French issuing out of the town here. They're going to set up as the coalition have kind of fallen back even more. I don't see a lot of artillery really supporting this defense that the coalition have going on. Oh, we have cavalry going for the artillery piece. Oh no! They missed every shot, unfortunately. Oh well. Now, see, Spain's getting a little too aggressive with not enough cavalry infantry support. France can totally push on this line, especially with heavy cav. I would get this cuirassier up here and charge in on the flank. Oh dear. Russia going in with the heavy cavalry and infantry. This fight just started off out of nowhere. Oh my goodness, it's happening at the same time. France, what are they doing? They're going point blank and not charging. Oh, they're gonna get volleyed in the face. Oh my gosh, though, a cuirassier charge getting a brutal. Now Spain, they're gonna take this fight definitely a lot better. You saw the volley breaking that 16th line. Russia, though, going in with the heavy cav and infantry and just absolutely destroying that flank from France. And now they are in jeopardy of losing here. Spain, though, not looking too good. However, neither is France. In fact, oh wow, France just mass routed. We have another cavalry engagement here. Looks like the infantry, no, just the 6th. They are going to go into that square, though. And then bayonet charge as well. At the same time, you have a Russia coming in on your flank. That's not something you want to see. Spain now counterattacking. Over here, just kind of a ranged kind of fight here. I'm assuming the Egypt may have to reinforce the center that has been so severely weakened by that first engagement. Things aren't looking so hot here for Austria, though. They have been getting the brunt of this Spain-Italy, or France-Italy, I apologize. And you see they are breaking, which may give a little bit of a break over here, although Spain seems to just be pushing. Oh, man.
Our men are running, sir.
We will see how this goes. Spain is starting to waver. You can see having some units breaking on the side. Their cavalry getting charged by some lancers. Austria in shambles. Looks like this Dragoon unit had to go in and charge the Russians in the town to stop them from breaking into their flank here. And over here, France sending in more units here. Trying to throw back this French advance, or this Spanish advance. Man, I can't get my faction straight to save my life right now. The Spanish made a beautiful advance here, but it seems like some reinforcements from France should have just in the nick of time. And with France kind of slowly pushing across this river, it's going to make Spain have to pause for a second. Alright, Austria is pretty badly bloodied. This fight looks like it's been a line fight now with the 8-pointer, though in the game, basically. On the flank, Russia is having a lot more difficult of a time trying to hold. But Spain's still going strong here, and it looks like some Austrian cavalry is going to help support this next advance. You have some grenadiers pushing forward, already some in a fight here with France. Oh yeah, France needs to fall back. This line must pull back. These sappers are going to be thrown in here. But this whole center of the line is looking very, very weak. And you see with those grenadier columns that Spain threw in, the morale of Spain or France is just going to break. Cavalry from both sides clashing, some grenadiers caught in between. The rest of France actually shifting over more forces. This is a good ally here. Recognizing that the fight over here is not that serious, sending over reinforcements to then be able to reinforce this center. We have the Sapper Army pushing forward here. I'm surprised this flank hasn't pulled back yet. This is Egypt, though, I guess, so maybe they're going to hold their ground and try to defend this flank. Looks like Ledoux got into this fight trying to staunch the bleeding here, so they threw their cavalry in, trying to hold back the Austrian-Spanish attack. And it's working for now, but you can't let this cav stay in here forever. Oh, sappers going in for the bayonet. Oh, here comes the counterattack, guys. The French counterattack in full swing. The Infanterie coming over as well. Now, I think this is not blobbing just because the units are so small they can attack one at once. So we will maybe a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is a nightmare. But it is paying off. France just totally crushing the Spanish. The Spanish are just breaking in mass. That extra Ledoux and Infanterie pushing in. That was all it took. What happened here? Looks like some cavalry charged in, but that side's kind of clearing up. Oh, this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. Lancers charging the front of the Spanish line. That French dragoons in the back lines with sappers too. What even is happening? The lines aren't even solid anymore. I don't even know how these dragoons got way back here, or these sappers got way back here. But this is some of the most elite French cavalry that you can get. It looks like Egypt going in with some, or actually just 11-pointer, pushing some carabiniers here. They can bide their time. The Spanish are collapsing in the center, at least for now. Although it looks like a lot of more Spanish are coming over to kind of reinforce the center. Still not looking super good here. The 6th Dragoons went in to kind of save this heavy cav, or this elite cav, so they can rest up. Still just a line fight over here. Both sides kind of playing the slow game. And the battle has shifted kind of from this section of the town to the other side, where it has definitely been a bloody contest. And it's looking like it's not even over yet, as more forces now shifting up to the front. Oh, you have the Grognards. This cavalry is exhausted, but they're able to rest it up. There's been a very distinct lack of artillery in this field. I don't think I've heard a gunfire in a long time. I don't think anyone has any artillery left. Making this a very heavy cavalry and infantry fight. Now both sides seem very willing to re-engage in just a moment here. And now Russia even has some of their cuirassiers in the field. This is not looking like it's still looking very, very even, guys. Both sides have plenty of resources, infantry, cavalry, and I mean, both sides taking some losses. Actually, looks like France may be have taken a few more losses for sure. Oh my goodness, we have a Spanish assault. Heavy cavalry from Spain with some infantry pushing forward here. Oh, that was really nice. Howitzers. And they repulse it, thankfully. Those howitzers are super key. I like how we said no artillery, but yet, look at that. Alright, so there's some artillery supporting this right flank, which actually may help out a ton for the French being able to push forward here. Look at this mass rout kind of being triggered by Spain. Although France, their enthusiasm may be their undoing here as they are charging in. They got met by the Spanish here. We'll see if they make a stand. This fight has now been re-engaged. Spain, now backed by Russia, has a fresh line set forward here. And they actually are making their advance once again. And they're walking over a lot of dead bodies this time. A lot of wounded and dead. It'll be a very unsettling feeling. The coalition mean business here. They have Russians in the back lines to support a melee, I'm assuming. And that heavy cav. That is gonna be rough. Now all this cavalry way over here, I don't see any cav for France really. I don't know. I think the French are gonna lose this fight in the center. They don't have enough. They have a lot of forces just massed on the flank. They should be trying to push it. I missed a cav charge by Spain. They got met by a square by the 86th, sorry. Artillery from Spain in the flank here. This LOC still held by Spain though, so this side has not been taken. Oh man, France is getting chewed up. Maybe pushing a little too aggressive on the flank. The one thing to remember, guys, when you take this 11-pointer, if you take, they're very cheap and you can bring a ton of them. The Polish infantry, though, is not that good. Their morale's not the greatest. So don't depend on it for the core of your army, because it will not hold up whatsoever. See, I see potential to have some columns push in and circle around and attack as Spain advances, but Spain is doing very well. Forcing back the entire French line. I mean, the French are definitely outnumbered here. Everywhere it's looking like the coalition are doing a lot better than the French. But the line's still holding for now. Imagine if you had heavy caps sitting right here behind this building. As soon as they advanced across the road, you smacked on their side of infantry that were going to charge in and charge in. It'd be beautiful. Pull them into a trap. Pull them back in further. Start doing like a kind of V or like not a V, but a half hexagon formation. Pull the Spanish into a shooting trap. You have a line here, and a line here with another line, you know, supporting here, and watch them. Try to see if they march right into it. They may not, but then, you know, what are they going to do? They have to attack the flank, and then you can readjust your line however needed. I've seen a lot of cav hovering here, so maybe the French are planning on making a push on the flank. There is definitely a question of LOCs at a certain point. I mean, there's 19 minutes remaining. The 4-pointer looks like there is a cavalry unit over there, but they can't take that LOC. Oh! The Grognards charging in, sending some elite grenadiers into the Spanish line. Nice flanking fire by Spain, though. Oh man, they're dropping them fast. They gotta do something fast about this. Cavalry, though, gonna go in. Here we go. So cavalry smacking the Spanish lines. Oh my goodness, a full-on assault of the Spanish lines. And the mass rout starts being triggered. Spain does not have anything to stop this as the flank just crumbles. Cavalry rushing over from Spain. Ooh, the howitzers are gonna break this up though. You got so much elite units all in one area. The howitzer friendly fire, though. Yeah, that's a masterful stroke with the cavalry and infantry here. You even have Victor, who came over probably to pop a rally. Some Russian cuirassiers now are being thrown in to try to stem the tide of this French attack. so that the coalition kind of react and save their flank. Austria sends in some cavalry as well, flanking the Imperatrice. But France is going in for an attack. Russia shifting reserves of infantry over as well. Oh, some cuirassiers going straight into the Spanish line. They did not, they broke, but still, they made impact through that Spanish line. That's going to make it very difficult. And now France is actually counterattacking up the hill towards this Spanish Grenadier line.
Our men are running, sir.
And this right flank is in a bit of a shambles now. Oh, there's 32 Ledoux left. They've lost 100 men. Oh, but Russia finally breaks. Now their line is still holding. They have 2 units left. Spain still trying to hold fast. This right-left flank has just been non-existent at this point. Kind of appreciate that. It helps me focus on this side. Oh, yeah. I think the French are going to win this one. I think they will manage to pull this off. Looks like we have some cavalry trying to go for the howitzers. And a general, potentially. Oh, wow, they have Napoleon. Napoleon's on the field. But yeah, this side seems to have one out here. Holy smokes, that's a lot of dead. That is a lot of death. How'd you even fight with that many? Yeah, Spain's basically gone. Nothing really left, and the problem is this howitzer is probably very accurate, and it's a killer for cavalry. And so, unfortunately, any cav the coalition have is just going to start being killed, basically. Very easily, and it probably has this entire time. Now, the nice thing is this 8-pointer has plenty of infantry still that they can shift towards the center. Now, there is, looks like, some Russian cavalry in the back lines. Not sure where it's going. But what a battle, especially this area, guys, was such the focus of some of the most bloody contests. The morale damage of howitzers alone makes them something that I actually enjoy. I like bringing howitzers sometimes. Yep, Suchet is going to be killed. He will not get to see the win. Or maybe he will get away. I think he's right here. Well, Suchet at least will get out alive, so I guess he technically will see the, you know, a win. I see this, the morale of the Spanish infantry. They haven't necessarily lost anyone, but the morale starts tanking as soon as they get hit. So imagine if they're getting shot at, and the morale's already kind of iffy. And then a howitzer just breaks them. No way. 2 gen snipes in a row. 3 gen snipes in a row? Oh, Napoleon, get out of there. Even the howitzers are, you know, in danger. Oh my goodness. That's gonna be 3 gens in the space of a minute. Ah, well, you know, at least it was just Victor, not Napoleon. Still, I guess it takes some of the sting of defeat out of the coalition, you know, being able to kill some generals. Oh, maybe he's gonna try to kill Napoleon. But at this point, I think it's gonna go into an LOC type thing. Oh, they're gonna form a square. I think they ran down to too many men and were able to. Man, that's a huge cross-air unit. Where was that? Makes you wonder where that unit was, you know? Gosh. See, this is what should have happened sooner from Russia. Probably would have helped a ton. A lot of saddles now. But I'm gonna unless something happens here, I can't tell if the coalition's gonna try to go for some LOCs, try to do an LOC win. Obviously we know there is one LOC held by the Spanish over here. And 2 LOCs, technically, one here, actually only one. No, two. So there's one here and one here. So 2 versus 1 LOC point right now. Unless something changes, in 10 minutes, the Imperials are gonna win this. Oh, never mind, the French are going, the Russians are going in for a glorious last charge. They are going out with a bang. As the infantry's gonna charge in as well. Oh my goodness. Russia is actually doing beautifully. Now, of course, they are stuck in the river now, so it's a shooting gallery for the French. Man, Russia's really going ham here.
Our men are running, sir.
And the mass routes is going to trigger for Spain or for France. They're going to lose that. Austria even charging in here. Now they're gonna hit a square here with their crosshairs. Oh wow. It seems like the coalition are all like doing some really beautiful attacks right now. I feel like those attacks would have been so beneficial earlier on. Oh, the Grognard's going in again. Will it be enough? I don't think it's gonna be. And they break finally. What a turn of events. Spain I mean, France lost a ton of their army there. We have some cavalry going to go for that artillery piece. And some elite Spanish infantry here. Good luck trying to break that. Honestly, if the coalition can take one of these LOCs, they will win. Or if they can put up another LOC. Man, how did Austria do so well here? They hit the jackpot with their charge. Now, France asked to defend this LOC, and Russia's with Spain and Austria kind of hovering around it now. Honestly, I think what really hurt France was they lost all their generals. They lost Napoleon, which is a crazy amount of morale and high stars. They lost Suchet, they lost Victor. They had nothing to rally their troops. I mean, the coalition played their cards beautifully when it came to taking out the general. But if they get the LLC, it's still the main Imperial win. However, France could lose this. Or not. Or not. Even artillery piece just hanging out here. Doing what they can for the Emperor. Okay. Like they're gonna try to break it, but if they kill it, if they destroy it entirely with troops in it, then it's not gonna matter. Let's see if the artillery can fire in time. Why aren't you guys firing? Oh. They're not even close. Oh, they were so close to being able to fire. Yeah, they're not going to take this LLC. They have too few troops. Their morale's probably too weak. Their infantry are pretty depleted. Unless they can send reinforcements over here. It's not going to matter. The best of our button here, we're going to watch them probably march away. But yeah, what a fight. I think the thing that kind of... I mean, they both played well. It wasn't like one person had some glaring, obvious thing that caused them to lose. I think if the coalition had been a little more aggressive, they had the Russia, the good Russia, by the way, a very tough Russia to fight against. With heavy cav, they should have made a push. They should have picked a place with Spain and just pushed. I think it would have actually worked out well for them. You saw that brief little bit of Russia attacking at the very end and how well that worked out for them. But I think they just kind of played it too defensively. Now, of course, there's not enough time left for Russia to really do anything because it's going to end here. And this one, let's see, this is played by the Suchet. I'm not sure which one he was. By the way, let's pull up the results here. So as you can see on the French side, you have B squared. He got 1611 for the kills as the France-Italy. Andre as the 8.1814 France, 1188. Dr. Flying Cows, interesting name, as the Egypt France, 904 for the kills. And then Kissing as 11 point France, 1017 for the kills. So all got some pretty good kills. I've been pretty proud to have any of those armies to get that many kills with them. On the other side, you have the 9-point Russia, as with Drogo, 1316 for the kills, most kills on... No, he didn't get the most kills, actually. You have Deus, 1155 as one of the Spanish. You have the Austria, Belitz, it's hard to read the pixels there, 735 as the Austria, then Chiru at the other 9 Russia, or 9 Spain, with 1388 got the most kills on their side. Man, a lot of coalition forces. I mean, the Spanish bring a lot of troops usually as a general rule anyway. But well played on both sides. GG's to both of them. Really enjoyed this one. Hope you guys did as well. Yeah, thank y'all so much for joining me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, I will catch you all in another video.